Good evening. I'm Chanel, Vehicle Title Expert. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I thank you in advance for subscribing. So tonight I will talk about 4 compliance issues that affect truckers' registration. So very briefly, you guys will hear the word compliance a lot during your trucking career. You cannot escape the word compliance. You will hear it from DOT, you will hear it from DMV. So what is compliance? Compliance in simple terms is basically regulations or guidelines that DMV and DOT have put in place when it comes to trucking and hauling. If you do not comply, your registration, your license plates will be affected and impacted. Thus, you will not be able to move that truck, and your income, of course, will be affected as well. So take that word compliance very seriously. If you can, try to stay in compliance before you receive any notices from DOT or DMV. So I will talk about 4 issues very briefly on tonight that will impact your trucker registration if you are not in compliance with DOT or DMV. The first one would be authority issues. A few examples of authority issues could be having your insurance canceled, maybe due to not making your premium or changing insurance companies, and there was a lapse. Also, new entrant audit issues. So if you are getting your authority for the first time, at some point you're going to have to comply with a new entrant audit exam essentially. And if you do not comply with that audit and meet the requirements that that DOT agent has set before you, that will put your authority in violation. Another thing that ties into your authority would be a drug and alcohol consortium program. So if you're not enrolled in a drug and alcohol consortium program, this also puts your authority in jeopardy as well. Number 2, overweight citations. So if you've gone through the scale or have gone through the scales and you are found out to be overweight and you get that citation and you don't pay it, a stop will be put on your record, which of course will affect your registration. You will not be able to get plates or renew your IRP or a portion plate due to this overweight citation. Another thing when it comes to compliance would be your miscellaneous hauling filings. There are other miscellaneous hauling filings that truckers must comply with, quarterly, yearly, or every other year when it comes to miscellaneous. But I'm just going to highlight 2, and that's going to be the highway use tax or your HUT Form 2290 filing. Also, your UCR or a Unified Carrier Registration filing. Okay, very important. If you don't file these and file them in time, a stop will be put on your record with DMV. And this, of course, also will affect your apportion or IRP registration. And lastly, if you don't file those quarterly IFTA taxes, okay, every quarter and on time, this will also put a stop on your record with the DMV. And again, you will not be able to get your plates done. So adhere to these 4 matters that can impact your trucker registration, okay? If you have any issues or need clarity or some guidance pertaining to compliance matters, if your registration is affected, please feel free to drop a line below, or you can visit me at wisdomandauthority.com. Thank you so much for tuning in. Please check me out on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Please click share and subscribe. I hope to hear from you soon. Thank you.